It's Thursday, September the 16th, and you're tuned in to the TNIAB podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Anthony.
And this
sponsored
is
by Orange Crush.
No,
We're not sponsored by Orange Crush.
No, this is the Geek Chic Culture Show. We talk about all the cool things in the whole world. Actually,
like Orange Crush.
Hold on, now that you're drinking that, I do have to ask the audience, how do you guys feel about when we eat on the show?
I'm sure they hate it. I'm sure it's a inconvenience.
No, yeah, I don't know if it's the eating that bugs me, but it's the ruffling of any packaging.
Well, good thing that Orange Crush comes in a biodegradable plastic container that makes no noise.
Or any sort of like
wetness.
Just anything, just moving the bottle or whatnot. Because I was listening back just to the part of that when you had the wasabi peas.
Yeah.
I was like, this is fucking annoying.
I know.
And I was like, what the hell?
You know what? I'll bring them in like Tupperware next time.
No, because I was gonna say, how about going forward? We just don't.
500 episodes in, we're gonna make this rule now.
Yeah, I think so. Because like I just heard it. I was like, this is awful.
All right, this is the last episode. I want to finish this Orange Crush.
You heard it here first. This is the last episode.
If we're committing, for holding each other accountable for our food actions.
Anthony just said this is the last episode.
Then I'll
like ever. So we're done.
Of food.
He just said this is the last.
This is the last episode of food.
He made the executive call. All right.
This is the last episode of food on the podcast. How dare you?
Anyways, we got a pretty packed show today. I think we're talking about the third Evangelion movie. We got picks and weeks. We have emails and questions, and we have follow-ups to last week's. Was it
like a relationship
dating?
What are your top
stuff.
3 activities to do on a first date?
Yeah, so we'll get into all to that. First up, we watched the third of the Evangelion movies, 3.33. You cannot redo.
Yes.
This is the one you'll know because it's the color blue. That's the title. The title sequence is in blue.
Okay.
The first one was, I think, purple. Second was orange. This is blue, and the last is white.
All right.
That's how you can remember them. This is the one I was most excited to see or to revisit, and I'm not gonna, dive deep into it. But all I'm gonna say is it's just as confusing as the first time around, and I was digging it. It was cool. A lot of cool shit happened, and that's it. That's all my feelings on it.
Really? That's it? That's all you got?
Yeah, man.
No thoughts on character development? No thoughts on Gendo's new sick glasses?
No.
Time skips?
Not really. Damn. At this point, I'm along for the ride.
Okay.
I don't need to assess it.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Interesting. This is the most frustrating of the movies, I would feel.
Let me guess. Can I take a guess?
Go.
I don't know.
You don't know? Why would you guess if you don't know?
I just want to build up your hope.
This is the most frustrating of the movies.
Why?
Because they double, triple, quadruple down on every problem I've had with them complaining about Shinji in the last movies.
What?
Which is, in this movie especially, we go 14 years into the future after Shinji became God and ripped Rei's soul out of the ether.
Yeah.
And saved his Sony Walkman.
Sure.
And he comes back. Nobody tells him anything.
Okay.
Some moon man teaches him piano.
Okay.
And then they blame him for starting the third impact again because they didn't tell him anything.
Yep.
This whole movie is, haha, Shinji, you're stupid, because we literally let you know nothing that happened within the past 14 years. And that's somehow his fault.
To be fair, I think it's justified.
Okay, continue.
Because, Misato's whole thing, what is it, Willy?
Yeah, Wiley.
Sure.
Wonder? No, it's the ship.
So her whole plan was, she knows that if she talks to Shinji in the past, if she does anything, she gets close to him, emotions come into play, and that's what started the whole third impact.
Mm-hmm.
So her whole goal is keep him locked up, never touch him, keep him in a key. He doesn't need to know anything because he's just going to fuck shit up.
Mm-hmm.
For me right now, it's rather I won't say anything.
Yeah.
She does not anticipate him getting captured.
I can see that. Okay? I can see that.
From Gendo's point, he knows he doesn't want to tell him because he knows that if he stays out of it, then
just as Keikaku.
What?
Just as Keikaku, just as planned. Like,
pretty much,
this whole plan will unravel.
And he kind of confirms that in the end.
Yeah.
He's like, everyone acted the way I predicted because I'm 5D chess champion.
Yeah, exactly.
The only thing I don't agree with, or the thing that I'm probably with you more on, is Kaoru. Like, no one explains his existence,
Hmm.
what he is. Oh no, I guess they explain what he
Well,
is.
he's the Moon Man. He's the first angel or the last angel.
Yeah, but they don't, like. I guess it's hard to infer what his motives are,
Yeah.
and his whole like turn at the end. Well, not necessarily turn, but revelation is a bit more confusing than it is satisfying.
Hmm.
And that's the only thing. But in terms of like the main corporations playing with Shinji, I understand. Like, to me, it's like whatever. They didn't tell him. I think they had their reasons. It's fine.
I think the your Gendo portion makes 100% sense.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to tell anybody because he set up the dominoes and
Mm-hmm.
he just wants to watch them fall. The thing where I would kind of think maybe disagree a little bit is with Misato,
Mm-hmm.
and where the thing is like yeah, she did involve him, right? Or
Yeah.
try to get him involved in life, right? In the first
Yeah.
two movies and just like, hey, be a normal kid and stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is like the coldness is exactly what Gendo did to him.
Yeah.
And so she's just amplifying the trauma on both ends now.
But I think it's different because Gendo's coldness came from the fact that he still wanted Shinji to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Her coldness is kind of like, it's not even that. It's just, I literally have to keep you trapped in a box and do nothing
Mm-hmm.
because I can't risk you fucking up with the world.
Yeah.
Like, imagine he didn't get captured by Nerve.
Mm-hmm.
Misato's plan would have gone, like, nothing would have ever happened.
Exactly.
There would be no
Okay.
movie.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it's just a lot of it. This is especially in my week I'll get to it, but this is like the type of anime writing where I feel like I get frustrated with because they take what's that term? Uh
Tell me.
something irony where the viewer knows something that the character doesn't.
Oh, there's 3 types of irony.
Dramatic
Right?
irony.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a type of dramatic irony where it's like we as the viewer know or kind of know what Shinji should be told in order for things not to play out as Gendo has planned.
Yeah.
And every problem with Shinji in the past 3 movies have been because they don't tell him key information. Because when he has key information, he acts accordingly. Like with Kaoru, he tells them like straight up while they're in the plug suit, like this is gonna happen like this and this is gonna happen like this. Because even though it was that whole thing was manipulated by Gendo in the end, Shinji only acted in like the lawful good way given the knowledge he has.
Yeah.
Right? And then once that knowledge gets manipulated or they lie to him, or in this case it was manipulated, it's a different case than the last 2 movies. Something goes awry and then you have your movie, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's a little frustrating in that now when I watch or anime or read manga where it's just like literally one line of dialogue, just say blah blah blah, and it's like, oh, sick, right? But then I guess that there's no tension, there's no drama, there's none of that. It's just on my end it feels very frustrating.
Yeah, but I think that does go back to, like, as the viewer, you have more information than the characters, right? So it's, on one hand, I understand your frustration only because, like, as the viewer, you are presented with cold hard facts from both sides.
Yeah.
But as a character in the story, even in your life, in situations with the people, you rarely have that.
Yeah, I talked about this on Twitter a couple days ago where I was talking. I'm going to talk about it in my week, but yeah, with Kids on the Slopes, and I'll get there. But oh yeah, just as a correction too, the anime didn't come out in 2018. So when you look on the Google page and it says release 2018, that was a live action version of the show apparently.
Okay.
And the anime came out in 2012.
Okay, then maybe I did see it.
Yeah,
Okay,
so maybe you did see
all
it.
right.
But yeah, so I don't know. It's definitely the most visually appealing so far because because they take it into such an extreme, otherworldly.
Yeah. I mean,
area.
let's be fair. Half the movie's red.
Yeah. we'll have like, but 100% of the movie is aesthetic,
Yeah, it
right? Like
is.
go into the wasteland and there's one tree near a pristine grand piano where we're
Yeah.
making beautiful music at the end of the world together. Oh my god,
Yeah.
the
It's great.
symbolism.
It's great.
Yeah, the
It's
symbolism.
great. The only like what the fuck questions I had were like who's still operating at Nerve?
Yeah, because there was a couple people working there, right? But it's supposed to be like,
Well, was there? Because you only ever saw Gendo and what's his name?
I think there was one section where they,
Like who's giving him food? Who's giving him the clothes?
yeah, they launch Eva 14, was it 13?
13.
They launched Eva 13, and I think there were some like workers talking about launching Eva 13.
Okay, because like yeah, I was just like who's.
It's a skeleton crew, 100%.
Yeah, but they really go out of their way to make it look like there's no one there.
Yeah, and it's just all automated.
Yeah.
Welcome to the nutrition paced future.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Cool. Whatever. Yeah, Eva 3. I can't wait because next week is finally a movie I think we both wanted to see for a while.
Yeah. This is the one, and I can't wait to get zero answers from it. But if that Paris teaser battle we saw like months and months ago is
Mhm.
any what fuck, I'm bad at English. What the hell am I
Is
trying to
any
think?
indication?
Indication. That's the word. What is wrong with my brain?
Dude, you've been working too hard this week.
I guess.
Too much cookie clicking.
Ugh, too much Tarkov, baby. Oh my god.
God. Oh,
Uh,
I get it. Too much time in the silence. You just don't have human communication anymore because we're not just wiggling out here, huh?
wiggling.
Isn't that what you do in Tarkov?
Oh yeah, yo, if you're not wiggling,
Oh, Jesus.
you go tricky breaky.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
there's no conversation.
There's no Russian conversation. So yeah, it's if that's any indication, like that movie's gonna be lit, fam. So
I'm predicting this to be 1,000% satisfying.
really,
Yeah,
in a good way or a bad way?
in a great way.
All right. Alright.
It's gonna be my movie of the year.
Did it even come out this year?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All
came
right.
out this year. Came out June, I think.
All right. Okay.
Wicked. Cool. Okay, so let's see. First off, let's start with a question to chew on this week.
Do it.
All right. Paul Tree wrote in, and he says, "We're all into a bunch of nerdy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say is the absolute nerdiest? You can define nerdy however you like, but after doing that, please give us your personal answer and why you think it's the nerdiest, as well as the answer that normies would likely give you and why they would think it's the nerdiest."
What do I think is the nerdiest hobby
That you have, that you're into, that you're so deep into,
that I'm into?
that you believe is the nerdiest, as well as your mutuals, or I guess just your non-nerdy mutuals would consider super nerdy, like as a stereotype.
It's tough. The hard
Dude,
stuff.
It's 2021. Your answers might not be as easy as you think it is.
This one I've gotten into like recently,
Uh-oh.
and
Don't say music.
no, it's an offshoot of video games.
Oh, no.
But
It's card games.
No. I think it's the history of gaming magazines and gaming journalism.
Okay.
Like not even the games, but how games were covered
Yeah.
back in the magazine days, back
Okay.
in the early 2000s,
I guess
internet
I guess I could see that.
and stuff like that. Where it's like these people aren't celebrities, but in my head they are. Like the whole One Up crew. Like in my head, my number one biggest celebrity is Jeff Gerstmann.
Wow.
Like he is the Roger Ebert of video games in my mind.
Wow.
And he's just like he's numero uno at the top.
Damn.
Kingpin.
That's a okay.
Right? And then like dynamic duos, you talk about like the GFW radio crew. Jeff Green and all that, Ryan Scott. Or James Milkey and Shane Bettenhausen.
Okay.
Who often like Shane works at Sony now. Like I follow the careers of the writers in gaming magazines that I used to buy as a kid.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the nerdiest because it's so specific.
It is specific, but it's tough for me to pinpoint that as like I don't know if I would call that, because if I were to extrapolate that, or like if I had to bring that to like say quote unquote a normie,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'd be like I think I would just be like, wait, so you're into like a celebrity journalists, like, but I would remove video games from it.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
like
true.
I don't know if I would like, because I don't think the topic that they're covering is the important thing here.
Mhm.
You only care about
I care about the through line and how things were covered during each era.
okay.
Like my friend, the last time I went over his place, he gave me a stack of old Nintendo Power.
You okay? If I okay, if you were to bring that to like a normie person, do you think they would think that's weird and nerdy?
I don't even think that they would like they would just say like what you said, where it's just like celebrities, like you mean influencers, and I'd be like, fuck, it's not the same.
No, but I would be like, because like if I were to flip this
Mm,
and change the medium to like wildlife
okay, like I'm way
coverage,
into David Attenborough.
exactly. Like, would you still consider that nerdy?
If you were to get into like the way David Attenborough revolutionized nature documentaries and
Yeah,
how his
yeah,
way of covering has become the de facto standard
yeah,
for anything involving nature,
yeah.
yeah. But
Okay.
on the face, I can totally see it's just like, oh, it's celebrity worship, right?
Yeah,
It's like you just like David Attenborough.
yeah. That's that. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. That's all.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I think that would be hard to like in my mind. I think that's the nerdiest, just because it's so specific. But
mm-hmm.
I think if I were to get into like to try and tell a normie person a nerdy hobby, maybe it would be like game preservation,
Mm-hmm.
like how I think about like
Okay, yeah. See, like I would take that as like, yeah, that's
yeah,
fucking dorky.
like how I bought heavy duty storage bins with
Yeah,
reusable silica gel packets,
yeah,
and I do all that stuff to like keep disc rot away, and
yeah,
museum quality containers for my boxes, like boxes for my boxes and
for
stuff
sure.
like that. I think that would be an easier pitch.
Yeah, I think people. Yeah, I think I agree too. Like, but I mean, yeah, you could choose whatever you want.
Let me tell you how to dump Mickey Teaches Typing on the floppy disk,
No thanks.
so you can play it in your DOS box in your Windows 98
I'm gonna go
sandbox.
with no on this one.
Sure.
It's a hard no, my friend. It's a hard no.
When you're Windows 96 man is what you're telling
No,
me.
no, I am not. Absolutely not. 98 SE.
Ooh, okay. I see you. I see you.
Yeah. Okay. Jesus.
See? And even you saying that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no one else would even like contend. Like the computer thing. Is that? I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So
I feel like I want to guess yours,
go ahead.
and I feel like it'd be something related with toys.
Okay.
It'd probably be how you had a YouTube channel.
See, I guess I want to say that, but again, like it's 2021.
Oh yeah, sorry to kill any listeners here. I said had a YouTube channel. My bad.
It's just like it's 2021, and it's tough to like say that and be like consider like, are you really like, is that really a nerdy hobby? Like, if I feel like everyone has a podcast, everyone has some YouTube channel, everyone has some sort of like influencers Instagram side business going on. Like
True.
it's tough for me to like pitch that now and be like, oh, okay, cool,
Oh, you got a YouTube channel?
wicked,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, I guess just collecting toys is probably the one that's still like is probably the one that would offer the most shock value.
Like the fact that I'm looking at a lit all glass
Yeah,
display case of robots
yeah.
and one shitty anime girl.
Wow.
I don't even know
Wow.
why you still have that figure. Get that shit out of
Which
there.
one?
Asuka.
That one's awesome.
Get at it. That's Crane Game trash.
Do you know how old that is?
It's probably really old.
It came out at the same time the movie came out.
Oh,
Because that's
wow.
from
Eva
3.3. That was when I was in Japan the first time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when you got that and you came back and I'm like, a statue.
Yeah.
The fuck are you doing with
Yeah,
this?
Yeah. 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 But it's probably I guess mine would probably just be like toy collecting in general. Like it's pretty easy to understand what it is, and it's pretty easy to be like, whoa, people still do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Even if you get into the specifics of Gundam,
Yeah.
like the stuff you've done and talked about on the podcast to get Gundam paint or
Mm-hmm.
Gundam looks just right
Mm-hmm.
is extreme. Like, oh,
Yeah, I
what'd
guess
you do
so.
to get this weathering effect? Oh, I strapped this Gundam to the bottom of my bike seat and rode in the rain so I could get mud on it.
Yeah.
Like, you literally did that at one
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, so I guess that'd probably be mine. It's just I guess it's like one of the few hobbies left that doesn't have a digital component,
True.
right?
True.
I mean, like, not that there isn't many, but like if you take out sports,
Wait until you can 3D print your
Yeah.
toys. I got the new blueprint.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. But there you go. So thanks for the question, Paul.
Yeah.
All right, we got an email from Brian, and he wants to follow up on last week's discussion on whatever.
Oh, what, the relationship thing?
Yes.
Okay.
His subject line is ally forces.
Okay.
Oh, because I think last week I said one of our listeners, like, either married the Axis powers or the Allied.
Yeah, the Axis powers.
I can't remember. One of those. I think it's him. Brian writes in, "Hello, nerds. I'm one of the few listeners who have locked it down.
Ooh, nice.
But I feel like what I did was quite a bit different from normal since I met my wife in an MMORPG.
Bruh.
But what I basically did was just chat a lot with her and help her with quests. You know, she could have been Anthony, who pretended to be a girl in games to get free stuff. But to
Hell
be
yeah.
fair, she was at a much higher level than I was at the time, and she was the one who gave me stuff, so...
Bro, you simped to a marriage? Holy moly.
Uno reversal?
Uno reversal card.
Oh, and I did take a 20-hour train ride to visit her for the first time years later.
Where is there 20 hours on a train?
Bruh.
Damn, what was that, Cross Canada Rail?
Bruh.
That's what's happening.
Bruh. I also have a question for you guys. Vince can skip this question if he wants, since he already has a girlfriend, so it's mostly Anthony.
He has to answer.
Oh, what is your ideal partner for life?
Yeah.
Will it be more towards personalities, looks, similar interests,
I need the
short
drama.
or long hair? Pick long,
We want to get
Pick
misogynistic with this.
etc. Also, Vince, Vince, I want to know why the term "ally forces" came up when you were trying to remember me. Something to do with World War II? Just very curious, since the life of me can't figure out why. Thanks, you are having fun. Yeah, it was World War II because I think Canada and America and Britain and all of them joined.
Yeah, we're like, Charlie Good show. And then
Yeah, obviously it's probably not Britain, but it's one of the few times Canada and America joined.
Yeah.
That's like.
But there was that one time we burned down the White House. That was pretty sick.
Oh, get over it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
War of 1812, baby.
Who cares? Anyways, that's his follow-up. So I guess he did the... Wow. So he's one of the few who did the whole, like, met you online.
Yeah.
And then, like, one day... I wonder how that conversation goes. Do you want to meet in person?
Yeah, that's...
Like, how do you bring that up?
Like,
and how long... And how do you know? How do you know when the words to text finally mean more than words to text, and you're like, let's do it?
I think we're thinking in too old person of terms.
Maybe.
Right?
But
because
also,
now it's like, there's so many memes about, like, oh, you're my Discord girlfriend, you're such a sussy baka, and, like, shit like that.
Hell yeah. You're so base.
Aaron Yeager.
But, like, does that conversation be like, yo, let's meet because I like you, or like, I just need to see you?
How horny are you?
Well, I don't know. And, like, who brings that up first?
Yeah, I think it'd have to be the guy.
Not the girl.
I definitely believe in gender roles.
Whoa, baby!
I'm joking.
He's not. Okay.
But yeah, in my past experiences, it has to be the dude. Girls will mostly never commit.
Bruh, it's 2020.
It's current year, bro. It doesn't mean anything.
You can't say that kind of shit.
What? That girls like to be approached?
You can't say that and then also turn around and be like, listen, we gotta, like, split the bill everywhere, and then, like...
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
What's that?
Okay. It's called hypocrisy.
No, there's that joke. Do you remember, Bill Burr?
Yes,
He's got a whole joke where it's like,
Yeah.
there's no feminists in a house fire.
Yes.
Right? And I want to do that too, you know? I just want to... I'll split the bill, but also, you know, we're equal.
Okay.
See, I don't want to hit her ego, you know?
So, okay. So the guy has to do all the stuff. But then when it comes to the bill, it's like, oh, we gotta.
Yeah, we
split.
both make money. Honestly, you make more than me, so you should pay most of it.
Fuck.
Like,
All right, so it looks like that we're well on the way to hearing what Anthony's ideal girlfriend is. Would you like to continue?
do I want to go into like build a bitch workshop?
Oh
Like,
my god!
it's a Bella Porch song,
Oh,
bro. You don't know
man.
Build a Bitch? It's a good song.
Ah,
It's a decent song.
Okay.
Um,
You want me to read the question?
yeah, it's like it's weird. It's like I'm making a Sims character, but
Yeah. Well, so who's your ideal partner? Is it more personality? Is it looks?
it's definitely
Similar interests?
it definitely is personality.
All right, that's what he says
Uh,
now.
there are like there's obviously like a minimum threshold of attractiveness that I need to have for somebody, right?
Yes.
It's just like, oh man, you're like so you're like so nice, but like if I'm not attracted to them sexually, then it's not gonna work,
All right.
right? Like in terms of like preferences, I like long hair over short hair.
Do you know?
Yeah,
Okay.
like you know, a little bit of meat on the bones, maybe,
Okay.
right? Not like anorexic skinny, like somewhere in the middle,
Okay.
right? I don't know. I don't know what do you think I like, Vince?
I don't date you. I don't know.
What do you think I like? Based on the girlfriends I've had in the past.
Someone who's a mom.
What? What?
Someone who will cook you food.
No, get out of here.
No?
I don't think have I dated anybody who has cooked for me.
I remember the first time some girl made you dinner and you were like, Vince.
Yeah.
I remember how happy you were.
I was. But you know what else I did that same night?
What?
I broke up with her.
Oh.
Cuz she smoked.
Oh god.
Non-smoker, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like can I
Oh.
can I pull somebody up?
Ooh.
It's a trick. Listen, I don't want this episode to come up like 20 years from now when
Oh,
I've finally done
no.
something.
Oh no.
And then they're like, look at this misogynist.
People change.
People change. People
You
change.
you can grow into misogyny.
True. True. You can just own it. Yeah, there are certain like I would say more feminine traits
Sure. All right.
that have been told by Cosmopolitan to push to the wayside so you can be your own boss bitch.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And there is like I don't know, just there's certain stuff like that I like, but it's not.
Sure.
I will say I don't enjoy personality types that define their success on or their happiness based on what a man would stereotypically consider their happiness.
I don't know what you mean by
like
that.
like advancement in career or
okay.
like advancement in hobbies and stuff like that. Like if your lifestyle is no different than one of my bros, I'm most likely not attracted to you.
What do you mean?
Like really masculine traits in women, like that kind of stuff. I don't know how to describe it without being canceled.
I was gonna say. I want a description now. So you're telling me there's a girl. She's got we've established long hair.
Okay, she's got long hair. Holy shit.
She's got some long hair. Okay?
It's getting hot in here.
She's got some long hair. And she's got okay.
I'm a boob man more than an ass man.
Sure.
I'll say that.
All right. She's stacked.
Stacked.
She's stacked. Okay.
Okay. All right. We're on a good track. We're on a good track.
All right. Her looks are ideal for your preferences.
Okay.
Okay. Now she also builds Gundams. Now she plays video games. And she also likes to run.
Okay.
She likes to watch a lot of TV and anime.
Like these aren't. See, like these are neither good nor bad.
Okay, because you just said you don't want if she had the same hobbies as one of your bros.
Oh,
you'd say no.
I'm talking more like
because like those are all my hobbies.
Okay, I didn't say best bro. I said bro.
Fuck.
I can pick and choose.
You're gonna make me cry now.
God, I can pick and choose. God.
Okay,
yeah,
so
like,
she plays Vanguard and Guilty Gear.
Gotta cut that. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm just thinking. I'm thinking more in the sense of like.
What?
Like
She's
a dude
lifting?
bro. No, like a dude bro.
Okay.
Dude, muscle mommy? I don't know, man.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, you do. You want a girl that's like who
Bro.
can crush you.
Hell, yo. Put me
Did
between
you
your
really just
thighs,
say muscle
dog.
mommy?
Yeah, it's a muscle.
Oh
my muscle
God.
mommy.
After you just said you don't. Okay, you know what?
Give me those big mommy milkers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow. Okay. Oh my.
I don't know
goodness.
if there's like very few things I think are deal breakers. I guess I'm thinking more like the girls who try and like hang with like the sports bros, like those kind of chicks.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't like. Hey man, what's up? Let's go to like drink beers and what like that
Oh, so
kind
you
of
don't want a
attitude.
tomboy?
Yeah.
Oh.
But what if I could have the
Okay.
femininity of like fucking Hime-sama, but also the muscularness of a tomboy?
I think you can have that. Okay, so you just don't want a tomboy.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think tomboys aren't like the style of a tomboy.
Like
I understand.
Like you don't want like Avril Lavigne circa skater boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There we
Okay.
go. We got
Okay.
there.
Okay.
That's not my style. I'm
Okay.
not there.
Okay.
But like Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe.
Yeah.
Right. That's like, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Long straight black hair, like very like whatever. Like, oh my god, this girl's. Like, there's a lot of stuff that like people always tell me like, oh, you would probably like this girl in because of X, Y, and Z, right?
Okay.
And a lot of it is like, oh, why don't you find someone who has the same hobbies as you? Why don't you find someone who
Yeah, why don't you?
watches anime or
Yeah.
whatever?
Do it.
And I don't know, in my experience, that's never mattered enough, right? Like I don't care. Like I don't care either way to share my hobbies or to share my interest with somebody, as long as they don't actively bash on it, right? So like if I'm into collecting games, like if someone comes over and they're like, you need to sell this, then it's like, okay, this is not gonna work.
Okay.
Right. But if they come over and they're like, oh, like shut up. And if they come over and they're like, oh, this is what you like, oh, it's not my style, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
whatever, and blah blah blah, like I can live with that. It's not a deal breaker.
Yes.
Right. And it's not like, oh, she needs to play League of Legends. Actually, that's a red flag. If she plays League of Legends, get her out of it.
I don't know, man. That could be great.
That's a relationship tester. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, there's definitely some things that I prefer. Obviously, everyone has preferences.
Yeah.
But I think there's very few things to me that are like deal breakers. Like no smoking.
Yeah.
For sure. No fat chicks. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna I was beating around the bush the whole time. All right.
I was waiting.
All right, I can't
see
do it.
How long?
I can't do it. I just don't find them attractive.
Okay.
All right, and that's not my fault.
Fair enough.
That's your fault.
Oh you went and said it. Oh, no. Oh, this really is going to be the last episode of Teenagers in the Basement. Oh my god.
No, I'm sure you're nice. I'm just not attracted to you.
Oh gosh.
Do you think you could date somebody that you're not like physically attracted to?
No.
Exactly. I just said what it was. We're both monsters, all right?
I never said that I wasn't attracted to a fat chick.
Yeah,
I just said I can't.
I just implied it.
All right.
Because listen, I've known your exes.
Yes.
And I know your current.
Yeah.
They thin.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
They're on the other side of that proverbial scale.
You're right. I cannot argue with you on this one.
They're very active, I'll say.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Man, that's such a tough question.
Is it?
No, actually, it's not. It's tough to say on the air where it'll be recorded forever. That's where it's tough to say. Like, because as soon as this shuts off, I can tell you exactly 100%. Like, I will open Bella Porch's Build-A-Bitch workshop, and I will tell you down to the measurements what girl, what type that I am attracted to.
You are building up some Patreon exclusive content.
Let me tell you about Hitomi Tanaka.
Oh, my goodness. The amount of times I've heard this man talk about Hitomi Tanaka.
Bro, she's so hot. And I can't tell if it's the biddies, but
Uh,
it might be the biddies.
all right.
My friend posed this question to me. Are you a boob man or an ass man?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
No?
I don't know. Cause like every time I want to commit to one, someone shows up with the other one, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
For me, ass is very specific. Because like if you just have a huge ass and that's it, like there's nothing there for me.
Yeah, but I
But
could
if
say,
it's like it's big, but it's also like it's toned, like you got it through workout, and I'm like, damn, that's a nice ass.
I could say that about the other one too, though.
What, you worked out your titties?
No,
Like,
you could be like that. They're just huge. That's just unreasonable.
that's all you need. That's just
No, there's a limit to both.
bro. I need an extra pillow. I don't know what to tell you.
My goodness. All right, great.
Sometimes I don't want to breathe. And
Whoa. I'm glad we've figured out your preferences. Great.
Yeah.
All right, wicked.
because like, okay, so the question he posed
Yeah.
was, again, this is not me. It was on Discord, bro Discord.
Yeah.
How big of your favorite asset is enough to overtake a negative of another person? Where like his whole thing was are he was showing me his dating profile. He said, are her titties big enough to counteract her face?
Whoa.
And I was like I thought, like I reeled back. Like I was shocked. I was shocked that he would say something so vulgar. But then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? There are tons of guys in this world who like trade off in that way.
Yeah.
Have you seen fucking Jeff Bezos' new mistress?
No.
She looks like a fucking vampire. Like,
Oh.
like any facial movement she makes is horrific because of the
Oh.
amount of plastic surgery she's had.
Good to know.
But the biddies though.
Okay. All right. All right.
Right? Maybe she gives that Gluck Gluck 9000. Like that Samsung spin cycle.
I knew it.
Sloppy toppy. Like I don't know.
I knew it.
We don't know what the trade-off is.
Hmm.
And girls do that too. All right? The whole prevalence of like himbos coming out. Have you heard of the term himbo?
Yes.
Yeah. See? It's like, yo, he's hot as fuck, but he's dumb as a doornail.
But that's not the question here. I don't care what other people are doing. I don't like.
I'm justifying my misogyny with other people's bad traits. All right?
All right.
We live in a world of hypocrisy,
Wow.
and I just don't want to be prosecuted for it.
Wow. You've revealed so much about yourself. This is exciting. I hope the audience is enjoying this. And Brian, thank you for the question.
This is a terrible question.
Like, thank you.
I'm going to delete this whole portion of the podcast.
I just can't believe that you asked this question and Anthony just offered up so much content for you.
It's a good question.
And I can tell
It's a bro question.
if I don't cap this where it is, he will keep going.
I kind of wanted, like, I guess you can't. This is so dark. You can't answer this question. I can't allow you to answer this question.
Why?
I think you cause some tension.
I
Some
think
tension in the homestead.
I can answer this question because it's a very simple answer.
If you cop out on this, I'm gonna lose it. You motherfucker.
Because now that you've played your stance, I know how far I need to go. And how
Bro,
much
I'm not. I'll finish it for you. Honestly, I found my type. I found the perfect girl.
You
That's what
did?
you're gonna say.
You did?
No, that's what you're gonna say.
No,
That's your answer.
No. That's copping out too much.
All right.
But I won't be as generous as you.
Go.
When it comes to looks and personality,
Rank your preference in races from least favorite to most favorite.
Oh, you know I can't do that. Ain't happening. Ain't
Absolutely.
happening.
Okay, but
Ain't
yeah, go
happening.
answer.
No. So like, I guess when he said personality versus looks, I mean, like, I'm inclined to say personality because at the end of the day, you're gonna be engaging with them, not just looking at them.
Yeah.
But like you said, like, you have to be attracted to them.
Mhm.
But I'm not gonna say at a minimum. I would say like, no, I got to be at least 80% attracted to them physically.
Yeah, that's the minimum.
That's your minimum. Okay, yeah. But like,
oh, I'm not saying like, oh, there's like this one specific feature.
well,
like,
okay, you know how it's like, oh, you get 51 on a test, that's a pass. I'm not gonna be like, oh.
Not on this test.
Yeah.
Not on this test.
Okay, yeah, there we go. So like that's that.
And if you want to take it a step further, meet her parents. Is her mom hot?
Wow.
See how it goes down the line.
Wow. Wow. Long hair, short hair? Yeah, long hair. But I will say, every time I say that, some girl comes out with an edgy short hair haircut. I'm like, damn.
Don't fall for the
hot.
trap.
She's hot.
It's like what's those poison dart frogs where they're all super colorful. You're like, that's sick as fuck. And then
it is. It is. What can I say? What can I say?
And you're like, wow, let me talk to you about Marxism. And
then... Yeah, she could be into like whatever she wants to do. Like I have no really preference. Like she doesn't have to share my identical interests.
Yeah,
she has to share my ethics and morals, though. That's it.
Yeah, I can get behind that. And because like I've also dated women who have like are all over the place in terms of hobbies.
Yeah.
From like they're into games and anime. They're into sports. They're into weightlifting. They're into fashion, like
for sure,
prima donna fashion girls and stuff like that. And that has never bothered me in any way because like the thing is like what you think is probably vapid or whatever from like an outsider standpoint. Once you get to know the person,
sure,
and it's like, oh, I like it, and they go like in deep into like why they like it.
Yeah,
it's usually whatever.
Yeah. One of the most important, I think, qualities that I generally like is a girl who's independent.
How independent? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, not. I don't want to talk. I want to talk to you once every 2 weeks type of independent.
No, not independent in that like I need my space. Mm-hmm. Independent in that she can take care of herself if she's on her own. Like she doesn't need to rely on anybody. You know, like it's not that. You know, I need me time for like 6 out of the 7 days. That's not independence.
That's not what we're talking about.
That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about like I have a car.
Yeah.
I have a job. I can take care of myself.
I would love to date somebody with a car. That sounds great.
You know, like I can do these things. Like I don't need you there. Like if you want to come grocery shopping with me, that's great. 2 hands are better than one. Mm-hmm. But if you're not available, that's cool too. I can do it myself.
Yeah,
like,
I would
just think
I'd agree
like,
with that.
It's the small things. Like it's just all.
And it also doesn't like eliminate like if they want to.
Exactly.
Like, rely on you for something, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't.
Yeah, if you can't, like, can you help me with whatever?
Yeah, absolutely.
Something like, I don't like. Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah, but it's like, it's the idea that like a girl who has to be completely reliant, or a partner that has to be completely reliant on you. That's something I don't like. That's like the only major thing.
That's like fucking videos I see of like extreme Instagram thottery, where it's just like my man pays all my bills in my apartment. I'm completely 100% dependent on him, and then when he breaks up with me, he should pay 6 months of my rent. And
well,
like...
mine wasn't strictly a monetary thing. But it's more like,
but like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but yeah, that's like really the only thing that I look for.
Yeah,
anything else is an adventure.
Yeah, and there's been like. I think in some of my exes, you would see similarities in terms of like features that I like in a woman.
Sure.
But I think I have a decent variety of people. Like tall, short.
Yeah, you've had a decent variety, but it's I can't speak too well to their personalities.
True.
Yeah. That's what I would say.
Yeah. You can't vouch, but it's been pretty varied from like bubbly to serious.
From what you've told me, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. But like, I can't draw a through line if that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I don't think I have some sort of like, all right, her hair needs to be 6 inches below her shoulder, and then her collarbone needs to have this much. Like, I'm not that specific on like who I like, but there is definitely like.
He says after he's like, I got the measurements down.
I got the measurements. No, there's definitely like I like boobs more than ass.
Okay,
right?
Good for you.
Like, hey, I like certain races over other races.
I think everyone
does, and if you say you don't, you're a fucking liar.
You're a man of the world.
Yeah, you're the Dos Equis man. Yeah, and it's hard to pinpoint because I've proven myself wrong in multiple instances.
What do you mean?
Where I think that I don't like a certain person or a certain type of person, and then like you said with the short haircut, someone comes along with a certain personality trait,
and you're like, damn.
And I'm like, you know what? Not that bad.
Okay.
Right. So, like for me, it was like the fashion girls. It was just like they want to wear the name brands and they want to wear that stuff. And
Oh,
then, like,
okay.
and then I dated someone who was, or I wouldn't say date. I went on dates with a girl, and I got,
Okay.
and she was that way,
Yeah.
right? And it like totally like flipped my whole idea of what those kind of people are like, because there might be somebody who was in my like edgy teenage brain of just like
Yeah.
she's vapid or whatever, but there's also people who are like just into fashion and they're still interesting people and like that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
like let your expectations be flipped, is that what I'm gonna say at the end there? All right,
Okay. Okay. Cool.
just keep
Well.
an open mind,
Well. Thank you for your thoughts. This.
but also it's home to not
Oh God. But this discussion is not over because Paul has written in, because he has followed up on last week's question as well. And he says he will gladly answer his own questions from last week.
Ooh, he came up to the challenge.
It seems only fair, and as yesterday was my 9th wedding anniversary, it seems
Nice.
appropriate. You know what? Congrats, Paul.
Dude.
I saw your Instagram.
That's wild.
Good. I hit the like button on that, I think.
Wait, do you actually follow our listeners?
I follow Paul.
Do I follow Paul?
Paul's pretty cool. He posts a lot of Lego. And then I'm like, shit, I need Lego. Lego and his daughter.
I'll have to look. Is his daughter made out of Lego?
I don't know.
All right.
Didn't seem right of me to ask.
Fair enough.
Anyways, he writes in 3 things I told my now wife when we were dating. We started dating. I don't believe I told them to her before we started, but it definitely was early on.
Okay.
They were big enough that I wanted to get them out of the way since they had the potential to be very different for her as a white girl.
Oh my, you fucking racist. Holy shit.
So I guess the background is Paul's Chinese.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Or he's some sort of Asian.
Paul Chu is
and
Chinese.
His wife is a Caucasian.
She's of European descent.
I want her to understand why some things were happening this way. As an Asian person, my family is very big for me. There will be some familial obligations I can't turn down. You will be included wherever possible, but there will inevitably be an admittedly absurd request that will come from my parents that I will not be able to decline. I will spend more for quality. As I'm also cheap, I will do a lot of research to make sure I'm making a good purchase. No, that's fair. Okay.
That's like a personal one, is that?
Yeah. I will not spend indiscriminately, but I will always spend more for the better option.
That's why he buys Legos.
This is true for electronics, food, alcohol, even though I definitely have no problem with McDonald's. I don't know.
Bro, you're kind of...
I don't know if you're actually Asian, Paul. Because, like, I know Asians do a lot of research.
Yeah.
But they still end up buying the cheapest price tagged option.
Yeah,
They don't buy the best thing.
Or even if they go to the Bliss place, they're like, hiya, too expensive la. And then
if the iPhone was on sale,
they'd
but it
ask for
still was $10 more than the Android, you know what they're buying? The Android. But
$10. I go down to my friend's restaurant.
That's a whole chicken.
It's a whole chicken.
It's a whole goddamn chicken.
Shrimp fried rice.
His third, my job is very important to me. I've worked hard to get where I am in my career,
no.
and I'm loyal. Okay, he really is Asian.
Yeah, he really is.
There will be times when I have to work late hours, even on weekends. It won't happen all the time, and it won't take priority over you, but it will happen.
But it will take priority over you. No.
For these 3, I wanted to make sure she understood beforehand, just so she had some context for when things inevitably came up. Without context, these kinds of things could definitely have caused friction down the line. The earliest dates that I can remember, we went to Best Buy and I helped her buy a TV for her apartment. My wife had moved from a different part of the country and hadn't bought a TV yet. Since I'd recently done a lot of research, I lent her my expertise. I later found out that she didn't need my help at all, but welcomed the chance to hang out. After that, we went to a place that served great mac and cheese, her favorite food.
That's a white favorite food, 100%.
The next date was a comedy club. Living in the suburbs of Chicago, we are fortunate to be near the Second City.
Okay.
For those who don't know, a very large number of prominent comedians and actors came through here. Many of these comedians come back and do improv shows with the current troupe to give back. Our show was headlined by SNL alum and ladies' man Tim Meadows.
I don't know who that is.
We went with a few friends. The comedy and the 2-drink minimum made for a casual and very fun date.
Nice.
Early on, I found out that my wife loved to play with Lego as a kid. I also played with a lot of Lego, so for the first time, we went to our local Lego store. Cut to now, and Lego is one of the biggest hobbies as a couple. Our
Bro,
biggest
what?
hobbies as a couple. Thank God, because the sets we buy are really expensive, and when we we buy a lot of them. I even proposed in that very Lego store. Wow, that's cool.
So we got wife from MMO. We got Lego wife. What the fuck?
The fact that I'm into nerdy stuff, and particularly that I'm a collector, definitely got brought up, it but it's a bit later on. No particular reason for that, but the other stuff seemed more important.
Oh.
That's a fun little
Yeah.
history on your wedding career.
Wedding career. When are you gonna get promoted? CEO of the relationship.
That's awesome, Paul. Good for you.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
And I think that's a good like breakdown of like what he was trying to ask too.
Yeah, it was good. I don't know.
Hmm.
I feel like there was something there I want to say, but I
I
can't
definitely
remember.
thought of like maybe something that would be important. Maybe I didn't say it last week in
Okay.
terms of questions. It was just like sometimes I like to be alone, or
Okay.
or like I want to play like games with the boys, or I want to like I want to play a new release or whatever, but I'm not doing it like to ignore you type of thing.
Okay.
Like just because I want to be alone doesn't mean it's a problem with you,
Okay.
right? Like that kind of stuff. I think that's probably a conversation people should have if they're more of like introverted and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting.
Right.
Yeah. I get it. I think a lot of couples run into that kind of situation.
Mhm.
You know, or they don't.
It's probably also healthy.
Probably should have that conversation.
Yeah.
I think it's weird.
If you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. How come you're playing this? You're choosing this over me? It's like, no, I'm not. Like,
To be fair, I've never had that, so
I had it once.
okay. Well,
Yeah,
I don't know.
and I had to explain, like, I'm not choosing it over you. It's just something I enjoy doing.
More than you.
Is there something I enjoy more than sex?
Oh, wicked. Okay, I guess that's that.
Yeah.
It's been an hour talking about relationships. I hope you guys enjoyed.
It's been an hour?
Yeah.
No, we had the what's it called?
The
thing,
Eva
too.
talk?
Yeah, we had the Eva talk.
All right, sure. That was like 15 minutes.
No way. It's been half an hour.
I hope you guys enjoyed this like relationship discussion because you guys definitely are receptive to it.
Yeah,
So
welcome to Love Line.
oh, God. How about we talk about some picks?
Sure. I'm gonna go quick.
Okay.
All right, bro. You like Wipeout?
No, I like F-Zero.
Too bad. Wipeout's back in card form on your phone.
What I would give for an F-Zero card game.
Nothing. You hate card games. I played this up to troll you, but like they're releasing Wipeout, but it's a card game on your phone.
Okay.
So Wipeout's now dead.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Old Neo Geo Pocket games are getting released. Metal Slug 1 and 2 on the Neo Geo Pocket Color are getting Switch releases.
Oh, Switch. Okay.
I
Switch.
personally think this is cool. I'm going to assume nobody else does.
You're correct.
Dying Light 2 has been delayed.
Oh, the first of many delays.
First of many delays. Has been delayed to 2022. Guess what month it got delayed to, Vince?
February.
February.
Oh, wow.
What a coincidence. Everything's getting delayed till February.
Okay, that's a heavy month.
Was it Analog Pocket got delayed again?
From October?
From September this month to December.
Okay.
It was supposed to come out this month, and then with the shipments of the current, they were supposed to have another pre-order wave.
But they got delayed.
But they got delayed till December.
Okay.
And who knows if this is the last one.
Okay.
What else is there? So the Nippon Ichi Software Classics collection we talked about last week.
Yeah.
I had mentioned that like, hey, I want Makai Kingdom and ZHP.
Okay.
And those are the only games I want or I really care about. Turns out they heard that episode and they're like, Anthony, just for you, here's the Nippon Ichi Software Classics Collection 2. And both those games are in the same collection. And I was like,
Ah.
wow, they really listen to the podcast. That's
They-
amazing.
They really are just out here to take your money.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And now I'm on the Nipponichi Software Store and I'm like looking at the special edition.
I can't
To
believe that
pre-order.
like they have 4 game, like they're re-releasing 4 titles
Mhm.
across 2 games.
Yeah.
How come this couldn't just be one set?
Bro, let me tell you about the Psycho shoot 'em up collections that came out in Japan. So if you remember games like 1943, those
Yeah,
like plane shoot 'em
yeah.
ups and stuff, they released a package of 3 different Switch carts,
Yeah,
each with I believe 4 shooters
yeah.
on it, going all through all the 1943 games, Dragon's Blaze, a bunch of really obscure ones. Later on, after they released all 3 of them, they then released brand new cartridge. We now consolidated it to 2 cartridges of the same
No.
collection. So not only did they released games on 3 separate carts, they then re-released the re-release again on 2 carts, but with more games per cart.
Okay.
So these developers don't give a shit.
Are you telling me that one day we're gonna have 1 cart with all the games?
One day there'll be 1 cart with every shump, and they're like, "Yo, we figured out how to do memory."
Okay. All right.
But that's that. I want that now.
Okay. Good.
And I think the last one is a sad one for comedy buffs. Norm Macdonald, comedian, very famous, died at 61.
Damn.
He died from a 10-year battle of cancer
Whoa.
that he told nobody.
Good for him.
And Anthony Jeselnik on Twitter said it the best. Norm Macdonald battling cancer for 10 years and not telling anybody is the most Norm Macdonald thing he could have done.
Wow.
And for people who don't know him, I highly recommend checking out him on Conan O'Brien. Almost every appearance he had was gold, going all the way back to like the 90s. My favorite one personally is the moth joke. I showed it to the boys.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. And he's such a weird comic, and he truly, like, there's a lot of people who you say like, oh, this comic doesn't give a fuck, he says whatever. Like, Norm Macdonald did not care. He's just like, I'm gonna try and say things that are funny, and he got fired from multiple jobs for saying what he thought was funny. As you showed, lost some sponsors on his podcast for saying what he thought was funny. And he was just unrelenting, I guess. Like, he just didn't.
Right.
He thought nothing was off topic.
Yeah.
Making fun of the crocodile hunter 5 days after he died.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So yeah, definitely check out his stuff. A lot of people are putting up like compilations on YouTube, and Conan O'Brien put up a bunch of like high-res old interviews and stuff. So it's cool.
Pretty cool.
You will. I'll miss Norm. I liked his jokes a lot.
Cool.
One of my favorites was he went to a roast. I think it was Bob Saget's roast.
Bob Saget.
And he didn't roast him. He just read jokes from a 1950s joke book the whole time. And every comedian's like, what the fuck is going on?
Wow.
Like, what an odd duck.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my quick picks. Not a lot happened, I would say.
Okay. On my picks, first up, we got the trailer for Hawkeye, the TV show.
Yeah, we watched that.
Interesting. It's the most lighthearted of the Marvel shows so
What
far.
else could they have done with this?
I don't know.
Right? Like, Hawkeye is not powerful enough to do like WandaVision levels of weirdness and stuff like that. And he's also kind of boring. So like, what else are you gonna do other than team him up with someone else? Like, because that character can't carry a show by himself.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Someone told me they got like Die Hard feelings. I'm like,
what?
I don't know. Like, I get it. Like, it's Christmas and it's an action sequence and there's a bit of comedy, but I don't know if it's Die Hard.
That's a reach.
Yeah.
Remember that scene in Space Jam when Michael Jordan stretches his arm across half court? That's what that is. That's a fucking
magic.
Magic. Hell yeah. This show's gonna be magic.
Okay. And it looks cool. I'll check it out eventually. I'm on my way there. Let's see. Apple had their huge iPhone event for the year. iPhone 13's coming.
Oh my god.
You know what they did?
Nothing.
Reduced the notch.
That's it?
They reduced the notch.
Is that it?
They added some other stuff.
But
they reduced the notch.
You know, I'm a fan of the notch. I'm a notch fan.
I don't like it.
On my Essential phone, it's like fucking bezel-less with the one camera notch in the thing.
In the middle.
I love that. I think it's a cool design choice.
I think it's a mandatory design choice.
Definitely, but I think it's cool.
not a choice.
But I think it's cool.
It's actually it's not. Yeah, it's a mandatory design constraint. It's a limitation.
You know what? Sometimes limitations are what
shush,
make things...
shush. Not here. Not here.
Let's talk about the philosophy of art and creativity.
Gross. Okay. That was the new iPhone. They also had a new Apple Watch. Guess what?
What's up?
Screen's bigger.
Nice.
What?
I also heard they're in a bit of trouble because they had an app that added a keyboard to the watch.
Yeah.
And then they forced that app off the store, and then they made their own of the same keyboard.
Their store, their rules.
You know what? I guess that one judge did say that Apple is not a monopoly.
Yeah.
So maybe they can do what they want. Who knows?
Yeah, who cares? Yeah, the watch, the dimensions, like the physical dimensions of the watch are the same, but the screen's bigger, so it's just smaller bezels.
Nice.
Faster chip, whatever. You can do whatever you want with that.
Do you own an Apple Watch?
I do. I have a Series 4. They are on Series 7.
You gonna trade in that Apple Watch?
I don't know.
I feel like you've gone too far down the analog watch game.
Oh yeah, I only wear my Apple Watch when I exercise.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Like if I'm gonna go biking or whatnot, I wear it.
Yeah.
They said something there that said the Apple Watch will now know when you have a bike crash.
Like the fucking alert necklaces for old people?
Well, because like when you fall with the Apple Watch, it'll say like, "Are you okay?"
Oh.
And if you don't respond, it'll dial an emergency.
If I respond, bust a word.
But like,
what happens?
I have crashed many times on my bike, and it has recognized that I've crashed. So
Yeah.
I don't know what they meant by that. So I don't know.
They call the cops. Like,
I don't know. Whatever. The biggest announcement is there's a new iPad Mini.
they're still making iPads?
There's a new iPad Mini.
All right.
It's mini.
And it's an iPad?
And it's an iPad. And it comes in purple, and I want one.
Apple conferences, like I'm not an Apple fanboy. And I have shown my distaste for the Apple ecosystem multiple times on this podcast.
Yeah.
But even now,
Yeah.
Apple conferences are fucking boring now.
I think they all are. What are you talking
Like
about?
ever since they announced the $1,000 wheels,
Yeah.
it's just been downhill. Like they can't even do something quirky and weird like that just to bring some news.
But did you hear about the iPad Mini?
Bro,
It comes in purple.
Who cares? Who's using? If you're using a tablet, you're either a senior citizen, or that's it. Because I don't know who else uses tablets. Honestly,
I'm gonna buy an iPad Mini.
you're decrepit. I'm gonna book you into a home because I don't. What's that thing that Britney Spears' dad was? The conservator?
Yeah.
I think that's what you need. I'm going to be your conservator. I don't think you'd be trusted with your own money.
We are going to start recording this podcast on my iPad Mini.
God damn it.
Because it has USB-C. That's all I needed.
For our USB-A microphone?
Watch me make the change.
Oh my God.
That was the Apple event. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
I hated it.
Yo, Gran Turismo 7's in the news.
Yeah.
Because they require now an always online connection.
Why?
Because Kazunori Yamauchi says, it's to stop cheaters.
On console?
Which is like, no. But his second reasoning is because we're always updating car liveries. So it's always downloading in the background.
Why wouldn't you just... What?
That is literally his like realist reasoning for always online connection.
That's so stupid.
I wish he would just own up to the fact it's like we're gathering your data. Like
Yeah.
that's really all.
We want to see how you drive and how long you play.
Yeah.
And how long you stay on the menu screen.
Exactly. What are you gonna spend more money on if push comes to shove?
Bro, fuck you. That's dirt nasty.
At first I was like, well, does it matter? Because everyone who has a PS5 probably got it online.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, you know what? I guess so. In the past, Gran Turismo, you know, one of the few games like if you were traveling, you didn't have an internet connection, you could always play it.
Yeah, just pop it in. You know, boot up my Vita and then do my PS5 to Vita remote play.
Ugh. Gross.
And also, and listen, I'm gonna get into my nerdy thing.
Hell
What
no.
happens when servers shut down for that game? How are you gonna play Gran Turismo 7 when they eventually shut down the Gran Turismo 7 online servers?
You will never shut down with an always online connection. That's what Cousin Norris told me.
I don't believe him. I don't believe him.
He's
I don't trust any man with a muffler fetish.
And finally, my biggest pick of the week, probably the most amazing news of the year.
Go.
Might be surprise of the year. The Nintendo Switch has been updated
Okay.
to support Bluetooth audio headsets.
How 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. 5 years this console's been out.
Yes.
It's almost dead. It's almost time for the Switch 2.
But I think now might be the perfect time to return because I can use my AirPods with it.
Is this like an OLED Switch exclusive, or is this anybody?
No, this is your current Switch in the latest firmware. In the latest firmware update, i.e., it always had the ability. But Nintendo says now is the time, friends.
We've suffered enough with the coronavirus in 2020. And we're going to bring it back in 2021.
Now.
With Bluetooth audio.
Now you can finally... What was the one game where they gave you every song? Is it Smash? Now you can actually use Smash as the proper
Put
iPad.
your Switch in your pocket.
Yeah.
And then walk around.
Yeah.
Fucking so stupid.
Nintendo. You have once again returned to the land
You're
of gods.
so dumb, Nintendo. Oh my god. Like... And it's still wild that the two best games on that console are first party.
Yeah.
I guess that's like how it always works out for Nintendo. But, bruh.
Bluetooth on the Switch.
I can't. Listen, we make this joke all the time. It's Japan, and it involves the internet or wireless connection of some sort.
Yeah.
So they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But so late. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Yeah. Aren't you excited?
No,
You're excited.
I don't own wireless headphones.
Oh god.
I don't care.
Oh my god. It's 2021.
Bro, my Sennheiser wired headphones are sick as fuck.
Yeah, but you don't bring them with you.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't always have them on you.
Bro.
No.
Yeah, I do.
No.
What, if I'm going to play Switch somewhere, I'm bringing the headphones.
Really?
Well, I think if it's like here, no, because that's just speaker.
Yeah.
If I actually don't play the Switch in public.
Oh my! Who are you?
Because I'm a little nervous that I'll just get yoinked.
Oh, that's your issue.
Yeah,
I do it all the time.
Yoink people's Switches.
Yeah,
obviously, take that shit and run.
Yeah, you know what my problem is? I do it on public transit, but like you yoink it on the transit, like where you gonna go? It's going.
True.
I gotta give it back.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I play my SP on public transit sometimes.
I see that would be stolen.
Nobody wants an SP now.
You know how many fucking rabid collectors are out there?
True. I gotta watch out.
Switch against Bluetooth, guys.
Is there? I don't think I've used my headphones on my Switch. Have I used it at all? I can't remember a single time I've used my headphones on my Switch.
Killing me.
I don't think I care. I think this is moot news.
Oh my god! How are you gonna disrespect the biggest news of the year?
This is stupid.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
For your announcements, Apple, nothing. Nintendo, moot point. Hawkeye, who cares? What's going on? Now, and Gran Turismo always online. Now I'm just mad. Your picks this week are not fun. I don't like them. I'm not feeling good about this, Vince.
That's okay. I like them.
Not feeling good.
Cool. That's all my picks. That's all I got.
Yeah. Surprisingly, you know what? After a bunch of weeks with a bunch of stuff, I'm kind of relieved at like a little bit of a cool down period.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so what'd you do this week?
I had a smorgasbord of a lot of little things. I will say, so I'll start off with the anime that I talked about at the top of the show, Kids on the Slope. Halfway through, I'm on episode 6 of 12. And first off, music continues to be fantastic. Story got me a couple times, maybe had a couple water leaks coming from the eyelids. And I can totally see why this show is so revered amongst the people who watch it. It's every episode has been a hit. There has been no misses. And it is equally about the complications of teenage love as it is the complications of teenage friendship.
Okay.
Right. the way they wrap the two main characters together, and like they're similar but different circumstances and stuff like that. Fantastic, expertly written, expertly done. Animation's fantastic. I literally have nothing bad to say about this show except the writing. This is
It's fantastic.
It suffers from the thing that I find annoying, where every solution or every problem in this show can be solved by a character just being truthful. Right? Where the whole weird love triangle thing that they have going on can just be solved by one of the main characters being like, "Hey, I thought this, but I fucked it up. This is why this happened. Are we good?" That's all that has to be said, and it can be solved. And there's so many problems like that. And then I thought about it for a bit, and I'm like, this isn't even dramatic irony at this point. It's just like refusal to say something.
Yeah.
And it's the difference between like me as an adult now knowing that like communication is the number one problem solver of like any, even if you don't solve the problem, you'll get to some sort of conclusion, right? If you communicate. But as a teenager, you're so nervous to communicate that it makes sense that these high school kids would not want to talk about it because they're nervous about everything.
Yeah.
Right? And they imagine the worst for everything, even though nothing even remotely close comes to it.
Yes.
And you know what? I think I'm just frustrated with teenagers. I think that's it.
Man, give the teenagers a break.
I should. I totally should. Fuck them kids. I don't know what to tell you.
So here's the thing. Probably shouldn't be watching anime.
True.
Or manga. Because, it's only about high school at all times.
Bro. Most of my manga now is just people in their 20s fighting each other. That's all I read. Like Kengan Omega. Out. Hajime no Ippo.
That's true. I forgot.
No, I started Naruto from the first chapter.
Why?
Because I told you my thing with Naruto.
Yeah, I remember.
Right. So I'm like, maybe I should fill in the gaps.
Okay.
We'll see.
Leaf Clan.
Hell yeah, Leaf Clan out.
Yo, but when Rock Lee took off the weights,
and even dropped that, the best. They did my boy dirty. They did my boy dirty. They crippled him for like half the series.
It's good.
So yeah, the Kids on Slope continues to be fantastic. Did I complete that other game? I completed Superliminal last week.
Yeah.
It was very good. Oh yeah, and then I played Say No More. That Switch game.
Is this the one where you just go around saying no to people at the work office?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It was on sale.
You actually bought it.
And I bought it. And I played it.
No.
And I really enjoyed it.
Oh my god.
This is
oh my god.
Is it a game? I don't even know what to describe. Because there's no, like, you can't lose in this game.
I can't imagine how you would. You say yes?
No, even if you, like, don't say anything, like, dialogue choices continue.
What is this game?
The whole game is some dude's, some hella leftist dude's idea of what corporations are like.
Okay.
And you live in a corporation where the people who have power over you just make you do shitty things over and over, not because it's efficient, only because they have power over you, and it's your job to say no in order to gain that respect and work your way up to the top of the corporate ladder. And as you go through each chapter and each level, you defeat different people in upper management. So you'll walk through your office and like other coworkers will come to you. It's like, hey, intern, pay for my lunch. And you go, no. And then they fucking get blown back through a wall. Like the whole setup is insane. You're knocking over cubicles with the power of your no because you can charge your no. And then some people won't take a regular no for an answer. So you got to charge your no. Or you have to throw them off by like sarcastically clapping while they're talking, and it throws them off. And then you say no, and then it fucks them up. But the whole game is extremely linear. You don't even hold forward. Your guy just walks.
Okay.
The only buttons in this game are no, changing your no's to different types of no's. So an angry no, an aloof no, a weird no, or doing your like meter charging moves, which is like sarcastically clapping, laughing at somebody, and doing that so you can get the big no. And the story is that you're an intern whose boss stole your lunchbox made by your best friend. And it's hinted at the beginning of the game that your best friend is
Dying.
late on the rent again.
Oh.
And when you try to say no, you can't because it's hard. And then as you go through your journey through corporate, you learn how to say no. And you learn that sometimes saying no is the right thing to do.
So then you go, is the ending, you go to your friend, you're like, no, pay me money.
Not 100%, but basically.
Okay.
It's very, as soon as you start the game and you get the gist, you know exactly what's going to happen. It's more of the ride to what's going to happen.
I see.
And every time you defeat, like, okay, you defeat your first boss, your lower management, and then upper management is so enthralled by your enthusiasm of saying no. They're like, that's the attitude we need. You're this manager now. And then, but somewhat like you didn't get your lunchbox back because the next in line took your lunchbox again.
The fuck?
So you have to go after that person and take their and defeat them.
Okay.
Right. And then until you make it up to the CEO of the company, and then you get all your coworkers together and basically form a union of saying no. And it is very anti-corporation, anti-capitalist, and
sounds like it.
In a certain way, the writing is very naive in the way it thinks about corporations.
I think it would have to be, or else the game wouldn't work.
Yeah, it is the most comically terrible corporate environment you could think of, and that kind of threw me off. But like I said before, I like just watching things unravel and the different situations you get into and that are solved by saying no is hilarious. And I finished it in one sitting. I think it's like a 2-hour game. So
2 hours?
Yeah.
That's even longer than I expected. I thought it was like a 40-minute blast.
Yeah. Main story, average about an hour 50.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I basically watched a long movie.
Sounds like it.
By occasionally pressing a button.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know if I would, like, I describe it as, I don't know if it's a game. Like, I definitely hit a button and things happened. But, like, there's not really any interaction of it. There are certain things that are very cleverly written. I think it's cool. I think if you see it on sale for like $5, I'd pick it up. It reminded me a lot of like Katamari Cross Incredible Crisis, if you know that PS1 game. Like that whole wacky scenario type of thing. But I liked it. I don't know. It was good. It was fun.
All right.
It was fun. Good time.
All right.
Then I had a whole bunch of just like little mini ones. I got Darkest Dungeon because that was on sale on Steam.
Not recent, right?
No. It's
no,
older.
the sale.
The sale was recent, yeah. So I got Darkest Dungeon and the DLC because I think everything was like $12.
Yeah.
So I was like, sure. And I thought I wasn't gonna like it because it's a roguelike, but it's turn-based combat, but a roguelike.
Oh.
So you go into dungeons, oh my god, with your crew, and you're in a line of 4, and you have like certain attacks that attack your enemies, but if you're too far away from them, they can't reach them and stuff like that. There's a lot of positioning strategy going on.
Yeah.
And the deeper you go into a dungeon, the more like fucked up things happen. Like you'll run into traps. If you don't have torches, you can't see certain things, so maybe you'll miss out or get ambushed by an enemy. And the game is, it's turn-based strategy roguelike where if somebody dies, they're dead. And then you have to recruit people from your caravan to fill up your party and do whatever.
Go again, yeah.
It's very simple on its face, but I haven't gotten far enough into it to get more in depth into the mechanics because there's like a whole village system where you can get like a blacksmith and get better weapons and armor. Every time you come back from a dungeon or something, your players might have developed like phobias and stuff, and it's like, oh, this dungeon's gonna be long, so don't bring anybody who has like a fear of darkness if you run out of torches or something, because they'll just run away and stuff like that. But it's good, and I played a little bit of that. That was fun. I booted up Ghost Runner.
Oh yeah,
because you talked about it last week. It's good. When I got to the part where the demo ended,
yeah,
and then I stopped playing. And now I'm like, I should go back to this later.
You probably should.
I played Fallout 4 because that was on sale a while ago, and I bought it. I started up that game,
and
It's dude, that's Fallout.
Yeah, it's Fallout as
That's a
Fallout.
Fallout ass Fallout game, but they have changed certain things. So the most notable thing is that there's a lot less reliance on VATS.
Oh yeah,
So in Fallout 3, that was the VATS game,
yeah,
right? In this game, you can totally play it just as like a run and gun shooter.
yeah,
I'm still using VATS because I like that system. But the main thing is, when you create a character and you get like your special skills, strength,
yeah,
perception, whatever, and like you have a certain amount of points to dump into there, and that's pretty much it, right?
yeah,
Like it's just done. In this game, it's a little different. Every time you level up, you get a skill point. And what you can do is after you've like put in your regular points or whatever, you can put those skill points into either one of your special stats like strength, perception, luck, all that,
yeah,
or you can put them into a perk. But you can only get certain perks by having a certain level special. So if you want Mysterious Stranger,
mm.
I think it's 6 luck. You need at least 6 luck to be able to unlock that
Yeah,
perk. And then there's multiple levels of said perk,
yeah,
right? And so you you do more of X action or it gives you more bonuses and stuff. So you're not locked into whatever special you've
mm-hmm.
selected, which I think is really cool. And from what I've seen, it sounds like if you play the game enough, you can get to a point where like you have 10 of every special and you have you have a maxed out character that does everything.
Yeah,
You're just a god
yeah,
type of thing. And so I made like a 10 luck, mostly intelligence and speech
mm-hmm.
person. I have like 1 strength and
Mm-hmm.
like 2 perception, stuff like that. Uh, and so far the writing has been pretty good. The voice acting on some of the characters is very uh, stiff, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Not every character can be a banger. I guess if like everyone you talk to is voiced.
Yep.
But that's a Fallout game, man. You go into like different buildings and dungeons, and it's like, oh, I can't get this guy because he's on a platform that I can't get to. But oh, there's a security bot here, and I can hack this terminal to get the security bot to kill him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, this is a Bethesda game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I like Bethesda games.
Speaking of which, you probably get Deathloop then.
I don't know, man. I don't like Dishonored games.
Have you seen the reviews for this game?
Apparently, it's fucking amazing.
Apparently, it's Game of the Year.
Yeah, but they said that about Dishonored as well.
Yeah, but Dishonored to become Game of the Year.
I think in a couple places it did.
Well, all I'm saying is like,
Deathloop?
it's like the one reason to have a PS5.
I don't got one.
Because I heard the PC version's busted.
Of course it is. That's a feature. That's not a bug.
People running at 0.1 FPS.
Nice. Is it also destroying their graphics cards like that other game?
I have no idea.
That's insane. But yeah, Fallout on the other hand,
Yeah,
fun.
Cool.
It as I go through it, there's a bigger focus on power armor customization.
Oh yeah, because that's like your thing.
So you get power armor like level 1.
Yeah.
Like you run into your first quest, they tell you to get a core to get power armor. That you kill a death claw, like straight up. And the whole thing is like you are gonna have this power armor suit. They're no longer like separate pieces.
Yeah, it's for the game.
And then you get into the mech and you can upgrade your mech.
Yeah, it's Iron Man and Home Builder.
Yeah, the home building stuff I haven't touched because that seems like a whole nightmare.
You can like spend your whole life there.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
You should.
Build a fort. I might do it for one building to maybe just like have a home base.
Okay.
But I went into that workshop mode.
Yeah.
And then I walked around in workshop mode. It's like, oh, I can literally build anything anywhere.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
And I don't think it's limited to real physics.
Yeah.
You can like stack shit any way you want.
Yeah, that's terrible. I can't.
Right.
I can't do it. And that was good. And then I started a new gacha.
Why?
So this comes from Cacao Games.
Cacao Games.
You may know them as from the company behind Cacao Talk.
Yeah.
They also teamed up with the team who did what's the biggest gacha?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Who's that company? They made the Grand Blue.
Games?
Yeah, Side Games. They made it.
Okay.
They did the Grand Blue Gotcha, which
I
is
know
like
what you're
the
playing.
big. It's imagine a world
Oh no. Oh,
where
no.
you're going on an epic adventure as a knight in your party to stop the demon lord, right?
Okay.
But your main character gets turned into like a ferret
Oh.
thing, and then they send you into a dome that launches you into different worlds, and then you battle people by playing pinball.
What?
It is a pinball gotcha.
Oh man. Why? 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 Why must you?
I'm gonna show you a screen. So each battle stage is a
What
different
the-
pinball
I
board.
don't care.
And then your characters that you unlock from the gotcha act as pinball balls. And they all have different
Why are we
power-ups.
friends?
They all have different power. So I can teach you great things
Oh
like
my
this.
God. Ah.
And you right now my team is a dragon and an electro sorceress and some other lady.
So are you telling me you actually have to like physically interact with this game to play it?
You can put it on auto if you want.
Like auto pinball?
Auto pinball.
Is that how you're playing it?
Sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes. Bro, it's more than I'm playing with King of Fighters. King of Fighters, they have a ticket
Yeah.
that you could spend to just get the rewards.
Well, it's a good thing that I put in order. You know what? I might give you your Christmas gift early.
What?
Razer has released finger condoms for you.
I saw this. I
gamers.
saw this. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's for your thumb and your index.
Don't do it.
Get ready.
But I've been playing World Flipper, and this is surprisingly fun.
I don't care.
I like pinball, and I think if you like pinball, you'll enjoy this game.
There
too.
are better options if you like pinball.
Right now, it's having their like launch event,
Oh, shut
so you get a
up.
bunch of free currency to get your 10 pulls for guaranteed 4 and 5 stars.
No.
I have a team of 4 out of 6 5-stars right now.
I'm glad you do.
They're pretty baller.
Keep doing you.
And then I'm going on like boss rate. You can play online with other pinball fans and
Okay.
defeat bosses together to get better rewards.
Okay.
To level up your dragons.
All right.
Other than the pinball thing, it's a gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But I like pinball, so fuck you.
Okay. You're not even playing it though. You're just watching it going auto.
Sometimes I am.
Automatic pinball, really? So
Sometimes.
where's the joy in that?
Sometimes, some of these boards are a little tricky. So if I want to get that good shot, I'll turn off the auto and I'll hit it.
You suck.
Because there's like certain mechanics where like a boss will charge up like a special attack,
Yeah.
and if you hit them in like designated spots on their body, it'll stop the attack and break them, so they take more damage for a certain amount of time. So that's when you need precision.
Whatever, man.
And then each of your characters has different skills. I don't know.
Wow.
It's got
Hero pitbull. Okay.
it's hero pinball, man. It's
Great.
pretty good.
Amazing.
It's free on all more mobile platforms.
Do not tempt the audience.
What?
Do not.
I'm just saying, check it out.
Don't.
What do you have to lose? It's free.
Your humanity.
It's free.
your soul.
It's just a simple download in the Play Store,
God.
and then a 3 gig
We
download
can't
after
tell.
that.
What?
Yeah. When I
It's a
first
3 gig download.
when I first started the game, I
Gotcha.
downloaded the client, and then it was like, congratulations on joining World Flipper. We're gonna now download stuff, and it downloaded 3 gigs worth of World Flipper assets to my phone.
I really hope you're getting like 4K JPEGs in this.
Oh, dude, like that picture you saw of this chick, that's what it looks like. It's high res JPEGs.
No.
But high res JPEGs.
No.
Pinball.
No. No.
I like it, all right? I'm not going to let the haters get me down.
Yeah, I'm a hater.
Yeah,
I'll
you're
say
a
it.
hater.
Sure, I'll say
right?
it. I'll stand by
You
it.
can't
yeah.
let those haters get you down. If you want to play gotcha pinball, gosh darn it, you do it, all right?
Wow. Okay. Great.
What, the dragon's not good? Oh, man, oh no.
No, it's not.
Apparently my favorite 5-star unit, tier 6. Not good. Not good.
You might as well be speaking another language.
Time to get some more orbs so I can get more 10 pulls. So yeah, highly recommended.
Wicked. You good?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Ugh, just full of disgust still.
Listen, you did this to me with your picks. Now you got to suffer.
Yeah, but mine had benefit, like world benefit.
To what? A purple iPad? Who cares?
Well, iPad you can play your Ratchet games on.
So we're working together, the 1-2 combo.
Oh, enough of this. So I've been continuing on my journey to revisit the Marvel Cinematic Universe with my girlfriend. We watched Thor and Captain America: The First Avenger.
Mhm.
Thor, I don't know what it is, but Chris Hemsworth looks different in this specific movie as opposed to every other appearance he has as Thor.
Okay.
I think he's just too pretty in this one.
Isn't he a lot thinner in that movie?
No.
Like I thought he was like a lot less yoked.
If anything, he's mega yoked in this one.
Oh.
And I don't know why, because he has sleeves, which is like the best Thor costume.
All right.
Anyways, Thor was cool,
but
it definitely feels like a movie that came out like in the late aughts, early 2010s. Like it feels much older than I thought it was.
Checks out, because I think that's when it came out.
Yeah, it came out 2011. But it was fun. It wasn't as it wasn't as good as I remember it, but I still enjoyed it. Captain America: First Avenger, that might be one of the best Marvel films.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like going back, like it definitely hits the 40s vibes it's going for.
That's the worst one.
And as a movie, it has a proper like beginning, middle, and end.
Oh, I'm not arguing the structure is bad.
Like the whole structure of the movie and everything about it is kind of awesome. I guess it's because I don't care for Captain America. That's what makes it less interesting. But as a movie, it was really good. It was really well done.
I hate that movie.
That movie is great.
That is my least favorite Marvel movie.
All right, well,
it's bad.
Anyways, all to say is this weekend I'm gonna watch Avengers, and I'm pretty pumped for that.
Oh, the first one?
The first Avengers. True. So I'm really excited.
You know what that movie could use more of? Pinball.
No. So yeah, there's that. WandaVision, I'm just slowly trying to get through it. I'm at like episode 3. So I don't know. I thought I'd be done it by now, but I'm not.
Interesting.
Yeah. I didn't
realize you hate art, Vince.
I do. Speaking of art, I watched the Michael Schumacher documentary on Netflix.
Oh yeah, how was
that? Came out yesterday, and I watched it. It's 2 hours of Michael Schumi. What do you know about Michael Schumacher?
I know that he was one of the best to ever drive in a car.
Yeah. What team did he drive for?
The black car that had West on it. Is that the
me?
McLaren car?
That's a McLaren. Are you kidding me?
Well, no, it's Ferrari.
Michael Schumacher is Ferrari.
All right, sure. Who drove the McLaren?
Mika Hakkinen.
Ah.
The Finnish lad who was incredibly fast.
What a good dude.
But yeah, everyone knows Michael Schumacher from his 5-year stint at Ferrari, or not 5-year stint, but like almost 10-year stint at Ferrari.
5 decades.
But he won 5 championships with Ferrari. He brought Ferrari out of their misery, and he's kind of regarded as like like he doesn't need a passport. He is Ferrari. Everyone knows who he is.
When he shows up, they're just like, let him. He's got drugs. I don't care.
Yeah. So this documentary is about his life as a Formula 1 driver and as a family man. And because the world knows Michael Schumacher as that championship winning machine at Ferrari, it doesn't focus at all on those years.
Oh.
It focuses on his first 10 years in the sport before he was at Ferrari.
Okay.
And after Ferrari.
Interesting.
As a big F1 fan and Schumacher fan, like there's nothing here new that I didn't know. There's new footage of him that's pretty cool to see.
That you haven't seen.
Yeah, and it's fun that they have different opinions from modern day, I guess, drivers or whatnot to give their take on Michael Schumacher. No, not that far. No, not like that. But it was a good documentary. It's definitely like had to have been approved by the Schumacher family, I would say, because there are moments here where I wish they would like press it harder on his more controversial things that he's done.
Okay.
They do show them, but they never go.
They're still like, he was an asshole for this.
They still kind of pin him kind of in like he's not entirely wrong.
Okay.
Like he's not like because there were moments where everyone's just like Schumacher's fucking evil.
He's the expert for a reason.
And then of course it ends with his tragic crash in the Alps, which they don't tell you anything about after that. They just tell you that Michael is still here. He's different, but he's here. That's the extent of it.
They don't tell about the coma or anything.
They don't really say anything.
Wow, bold move. Bold move.
But you get to learn a lot about his wife. The saddest part of the documentary is the ending when his son starts talking about it. His son Mick, because when Mick was last able to hang out with his dad, I think he was early. He must have been early teens.
Okay,
maybe like 11, 12.
And
then his dad got into the accident.
Yeah.
Now Mick is in Formula One.
Ooh.
And like all he says, he's like, what I would give just to be able to share this motorsport thing with my dad.
Yeah.
And
why not?
And like it's just like, I guess he can't because his dad is here, but not quite the same. So it is sad. I think it's worth a watch if you liked Netflix's Drive to Survive and you want to know about who arguably is the GOAT of the sport. This is definitely one to watch.
Kimi Räikkönen.
Lewis Hamilton.
Oh my god.
So yeah, like, and I thought that, like, yeah, they don't even talk about his years at Mercedes, like not really. So, yeah.
See, it's a lot more focused than I thought it would be.
It's very focused.
Like coming off of the Michael Jordan one, which is I think what we compared it to.
Yeah.
The Michael Jordan one, from what you told me, seems very general about his life and like a bunch of different instances of what he did.
Yeah, but Michael Jordan also was a series.
True.
Like it was like a 10-episode doc. And Michael Jordan was there to tell you about it. Yeah. This one is definitely like Schumacher speaks, but it's all from interviews and stuff he's given in the past.
Okay.
Right. So, yeah, that's what that documentary was, and it was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I would recommend it. The other thing I did, and this is the last thing I did, was I got my audio transducer.
I don't know what that means.
So, in your stereo setup or your speaker setup for whatever you have a subwoofer, right?
Yeah.
What if I told you I took that subwoofer and everything that it outputted, I turned into a vibration?
That sounds like sound.
That's basically what it is. It's just amplified. So basically they remove more of the sound you can hear and they take all the low frequency buzzes and amplify that into a vibration that matches your audio output.
Okay.
So the way this works is with my sim racing rig is like things like tires going over curbs, impacts of cars, tires sliding, gear shifts. All these noises are recorded at a certain frequency.
Yep.
And this takes that and turns it into basically a giant rumble pack.
Sounds sick.
And I've strapped it underneath my seat. And now the whole thing shakes.
So now you're getting like a prostate massage.
It's awesome.
Okay.
It is awesome. It's awesome. You hit the shift up on the paddle, ka-clunk. It shifts.
That seems pretty cool.
Right? You're on the road. Oh, it's pretty smooth. Hit the grass. Oh, you know, it's
I want to try this.
It's so cool.
Does it support dirt rally?
It does, but I think the thing is you kind of have to set it up for all different games.
Okay.
And so like I've only done it for Assetto Corsa right now. That's only one that's probably meaningful to try out. My only issue with it now is that there's more rumble here and feedback than in my wheel. And so like
now you got to get the wheel that has like the separate box or whatever.
So the wheels come in.
Oh my! What are you gonna do with this wheel?
Gran Turismo 7.
Oh my! Does it work on your PS4?
This one works on the PS4 or 5. But yeah, so like I think my thing says shipped is end of October.
Okay.
I'm hoping it comes earlier because the first ones did. So, but we'll see. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's called the Butt Kicker Gamer 2.
That's definitely a name.
And where I see a lot of people use this actually is they put it on the bottom of their computer chair and they play CS:GO.
Why CS:GO?
Or is it CS:GO? Whatever. CS? Counter-Strike?
Yeah. That's weird. Why would I understand why you would use it?
Because all the gunshots give you feedback. All the grenades give you feedback. And you can have it on footsteps.
So just 4D?
Yeah. So like if you can't hear it, you can feel it.
Oh, that's... I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Yeah, like I don't know if like in terms of racing, does this thing make me faster? It's tough to say. It's too early to say now.
I would probably say it's more immersive.
Absolutely.
And that might give you some sort of advantage.
But does it make me faster around the lap? I don't know, because I've always felt like games nowadays, I've been tuned to like feel with my fingertips when a car loses grip and control.
Yes.
So if I retrain, because in a real car, you learn how car control works through your ass, or basically you can feel the car move under you. Scientifically, it doesn't work that way. It's actually the bones in your ears, but like that's besides the point. You feel it in your butt,
Okay.
and so I don't know if this can mimic that real life feeling enough to where like I get a closer sense of it, but it definitely makes it more immersive and it's wicked.
Huh.
I also tried helmet cam in Assetto Corsa. I got motion sickness.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Oh my god.
That sounds like a VR exclusive.
No,
Uh,
but
just have a bag beside you.
but now I've gotten used to it and it's wicked. I think it's you put you definitely at a disadvantage racing competitively because everyone's just racing like bumper cam and it's easy. But I don't know, if you're into sim racing, I don't know why you would like take away the
Can you
immersion.
set up lobbies in that game to like force a camera view?
You can.
Oh.
You can. I think in iRacing you can too. Like in
It's time.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Yeah, more updates to come on that.
I wonder how your butt kicker would work with pinball, right? When you flip the thing, or like when you launch the ball.
No.
I think that'd be like the bumpers hit and then you shake in your. That's pretty cool.
I need to kill somebody. Wow. So, anyways,
Would it vibrate a lot if I get like a 5-star?
thank you for
waifu?
listening to the last episode ever of TNIAB. We'll see you
But I
never.
need more World Flipper updates for the listeners.